And joining me first is Dan Mitchell of the Cato Institute to talk about offshore banking and Mitt Romney. Welcome, Dan.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I wanted to start by playing a clip of what some leading Democrats have been saying about Mitt Romney and these offshore accounts. Here's Senator Dick Durbin of Illinois last night.
I have asked business leaders, I have asked Republican senators, I asked Warren Buffett the following question. Why would anybody need a Swiss bank account? Warren Buffett said, I've never had one. I think we've got a lot of great banks in America. But, you know, they basically say the same thing. There are two reasons to have a Swiss bank account. To conceal your wealth and transactions involving your wealth from government scrutiny, number one. Or number two, because you happen to think the Swiss franc is a stronger currency than the United States dollar. And I might remind you, Mitt Romney made his decisions on moving money into Switzerland when there was a Republican president.
What do you make about the substance of those criticisms, Dan? We'll talk about the optics later, but the substance of the criticisms coming from Democrats like Durbin. Of course, he's not the only one. President Obama himself has been saying as much.
I think the first part is demagoguery. Any very successful investor, entrepreneur, maybe not any, because Warren Buffett says he has never had any interactions with the Swiss financial system, if we take him at his word, but most successful international investors and entrepreneurs are going to have some involvement in the other major financial centers around the world. As a matter of fact, I guarantee you, or at least I'll bet 99-to-1 odds, that Senator Durbin's own government thrift savings plan pension fund no doubt has investments with companies and with financial institutions that have subsidiaries in very well-run, very highly regarded financial centers such as the Cayman Islands, Bermuda, and yes, indeed, Switzerland. Now, in terms of the second charge that Durbin is leveling against Romney, the idea that he's betting against America by putting his money in Swiss francs instead of U.S. dollars, well, again, big international investors, successful people, entrepreneurs, oftentimes are hedging in terms of what currencies they're holding and trying to make sure they're protecting the assets for their family. So, yes, it makes perfect sense for Romney, just like it makes perfect sense for banks, just like it makes perfect sense for corporations, for trading companies, all sorts of different institutions, entities, and companies and individuals and investors all around the world make use of, again, these very highly regarded, very well-run, very honest jurisdictions that have major financial centers such as Switzerland, Cayman, and Bermuda.
What does it say about our tax system that a lot of wealthy individuals and corporations resort to this use of their money?
Our tax system is very punitive, especially in terms of our treatment of capital, income that is saved and invested. But I don't think that Governor Romney is gaining any sort of special tax benefits by virtue of his international activities, because we have a worldwide tax system. The only way you can really gain benefits is by actually renouncing your U.S. citizenship, which, of course, we just saw a major Democratic donor, Denise Rich, doing that. So it can happen, but it doesn't seem to be the case with Romney. Instead, most companies, most banks, most well-to-do entrepreneurs and investors who are using these financial centers are doing so because of their well-diversified, good management, sound business practice, honest courts, and things like that. And you want a tax-neutral platform when you're doing cross-border economic activity. So using either the Cayman Islands or Bermuda or Singapore or Switzerland as a platform for some of the international investments and activity you're doing is a way of minimizing the types of tax distortions that you might get in other jurisdictions.